So hey guys, so welcome to the video, and before we get started, well, this, I do need a shave, so let's just not talk about that. Let's pretend that doesn't exist. I'll get around to it eventually. I mean, it's Corona time, we're all on quarantine. I'll have time to do it, don't you worry about that. But so for today's video, I just thought I'd go through my recent transformation video that I uploaded and talk about it and walk through step by step what I did. And so I'm just gonna be pulling up the videos or the pictures now, and through the magic of editing they will also appear on the screen at the same time that I'm talking about them. So don't you guys worry about having to look at those and go back to the other video to watch them. Oh, the device I'm trying to look at them on has just crashed. Alright, wait, I will edit this out. Alright, so I'm back and I've got the videos, I mean the pictures from the transformation video. And so looking at the first one here, it's just labeled untrained. And so if you look at it, I'm kinda, well, what you call skinny fat. Like, I don't have much muscle, I'm kinda chubby, I'm kinda in between. Like, I don't have much of anything going on. And so you can just see from here that I don't have great genetics going into this, which I suppose is a good thing, because it just proves that, well, anyone can do it, including me with my not so great genetics and not so great start. And, well, just makes the transformation look all the better, right? Like, if I was already ripped or something, then it wouldn't look as impressive. And as I've said, before this I was just kind of a couch potato. I gamed, I watched a lot of anime, if any of you guys are into that sort of stuff. And yeah, not the best physique, not too muscular, just kind of skinny fat, not the best genetics either. So moving on, 2 months into the gym, you can already see that I've put on a little bit of muscle, although not much. I'm looking kind of bigger. It looks like I've put on some fat too, but this was kind of just my 2-month messing around period. Like, I went to the gym with my dad, and he kind of showed me the ropes of the gym. And then after that, I think I went with him for maybe the first month, and then I kind of transitioned and I just went with some friends, and you know, we went 2 to 3 times a week, just messing around, getting the hang of things. So I don't know, I'd say that's pretty decent. Like, it's not great in 2 months, but just from messing around you can see that I've put on some decent amount of size. So that's not, you know, like, just give it a try, even if you don't know what you're doing. Like, I remember the first time I was in the gym, we were trying to work out back, and so I literally got onto like the rowing machine or whatever, and I just did this, and instead of pulling, I just laid all the way back, and me and my friend like took turns doing that, and we were stupid as heck at the time. Like, I had no knowledge of the gym prior to this. Yeah, that's basically it. We ended up having some guy just come up to us and being like, "What the heck are you doing? You look like idiots. Just, this is how you're actually supposed to train your back. Alright? No more lying down, you're just gonna hurt yourself or something." So, once again, most people in the gym are just, they're there for you, they're trying to look out for you. They might call you an idiot at times if you do something as stupid as I did, but you know, I think that one was well deserved looking back at it, man. That was a pretty stupid thing to do, and I don't even know how I thought that I could build any sort of muscle anywhere, or what I was targeting. But yeah, so even just messing around in the gym, you can see that I put on some pretty decent muscle mass, because, well, obviously my body wasn't used to training, and just newbie gains and all that, although my physique is still not great, and I'd still probably class myself as skinny fat. So just 2 months of messing around, like, guys, really, give it a go. If you're not in the gym now, get a gym membership. Just 3 hours a week, and it can make a massive difference to your life. Like, honestly, the gym has just, I don't think I'd be the person that I am without the gym. So give it a go right now. But it's Corona season, so all gyms are closed. But hey, as soon as Corona season's over, go to your nearest gym, get a membership, and just try to go there 3 times a week. And just do a basic whatever, look up a basic bro split or something. Or, not a bro split, I'll get onto that in a second. Because that's what me and my friends did for the first maybe 6 months of our training, and it's not the most effective way to train. I ended up switching up later, but that's a story for another time. Now, here I started to get more into diet, and I didn't know proper nutrition or anything. I just knew that you needed protein, and I wasn't counting calories necessarily. Like, the next photo says 60 days diet, but that's just me 60 days. And not to confuse you, this is 2 months. I didn't count that as actual gym time, because it was just me messing around, learning what exercises actually are, what they do for you, how to actually like get decent, motion, decent everything. Just learn my way around the gym generally, and I think that's what you guys should do. Just don't load up on plates or anything. Don't try to lift heavy. Just spend the first while, maybe not 2 months, because that is kind of a long time, but just, take it easy. If it's your first gym session, you don't have to max out on the bench or max out any machines. Just wander around the gym. See what everything does. Maybe go with a buddy if you're afraid to go alone, or go with someone who's been before who can show you the ropes. Like, I had my dad and some friends, and even just fellow gym people. Like, they're usually pretty nice. They see a newbie, and often they're willing to help. So if you ever stuck with anything, just go up to someone who looks big, or even someone who looks small, but they go there a lot and they're knowledgeable, and just be like, hey buddy, can you show me if I'm doing this right, or can you give me some advice on this? And more often than not, they'll be happy to spot you. And now if we just progress to the next one, 90 days diet. So I've been surviving off of basically nothing but just salad, broccoli, and all that sort of stuff for 90 days, and this is the result. So I think there's been a pretty massive change, and it's surprising if you know what you're doing, which I obviously did not with my diet, but my training I think was fairly on point. I got really into watching fitness YouTubers. Some that I can recommend for beginners would be like Greg Doucette's a great one. He can give a lot of good gym advice. Then we have Athlete X. He's also another good one, and Jeff Nippard. Those are probably the main 3 that I watch. And if you want to watch form and how to actually train, I think Greg Doucette, although his videos are a little bit lower quality and he is kind of ranty, so once you get past that fact, and you start to enjoy his rants after a little while, but once you get past that fact, he does have some good advice out there, and you should probably listen to him. And Athlete X, if you want to like touch up on your form or the way you train, then he's probably the guy to go to. So I didn't have the best knowledge, but I had enough knowledge to get me by, and I was progressing pretty quickly because I'm a noob. My body wasn't used to the stimulus, so it goes from nothing to me going to the gym, and I took it very seriously. I think at this point I was going 5 days a week, and I was following a bro split, which was probably stupid of me because they're not the best splits to be following, and I'll probably make videos on why they're not the best splits and what I think personally are the best splits, even though I'm not really qualified to do that, but just out of my own experience. So yeah, my body just wasn't used to this, and I built a decent amount of muscle in just 3 months, so that's all it takes. And then I decided to stop dieting, and because I had enough of eating nothing but salad and broccoli and vegetables, which I thought was a diet. So I was like, you know what, we're gonna go on a bulk here, even though I wasn't even that lean. So day 120 bulk, day 30. So this is 30 days into my bulk. You can see I'm already looking bigger, probably fat. I got a lot chubbier, probably some glycogen in there as well. I'm looking a little puffier. And I think it was at this point that I realized that the bro split probably wasn't the best split to be doing, and I ended up changing to a push-pull leg split. And at this point I think I was going to the gym 6 times a week and doing push-pull legs. So, and my training slowly progressing up better and better. And now as we move on to the day 150 2-month bulk, you can see that I'm kind of starting to develop a bit of a stomach, but I'm also putting on a decent amount of muscle, so I'm happy. And this was a pretty dirty bulk, so maybe it wasn't the best idea or best way. I probably could have gone about it and done a lean bulk, but you know, this was just me being a noob, and I didn't really know what I was doing in the gym or how dieting worked. And there's not too much to say about this one, so let's just go on to the next one. So day 180, this is 3 months into my bulk, and you can see I've really developed a stomach. Like, I'm probably laying at about probably over 20% body fat here, but I've put on a decent amount of muscle, and it wasn't all bad. So yeah, once again, not too much to say about this one. I was still following the push-pull leg split, still going 6 days a week, and pretty much all stayed the same. So let's just progress to the day 210, 4 months of bulking. Now you can see here that I am quite a bit larger. Like, I've put on a decent amount of mass, but I am starting to develop a stomach, and I'm not the leanest guy around, although I've never really been the leanest guy around, man. Like, even after my cut and after that last video, like the final transformation or whatever, I still wasn't too lean. Like, I don't consider that very lean. So I decided to go on a cut after this. I was like, you know what, 4 months, I'm getting kind of fat, I need to go on a cut. So once again, I'm following, going 6 days a week, and I'm 14 days into my cut here. I wasn't monitoring calories. I just started going back on that, like, I'm gonna avoid unhealthy food, no fast food. I'm just gonna eat like broccoli and vegetables and salad, and that's what a diet is, right? I should be healthy. Well, you know what, turns out it's not. It's a lot more about calories in versus calories out. Like, I could literally go on a diet of McDonald's if I wanted to, and that'd be completely fine as long as my caloric intake is lower than my maintenance. So yeah, here I am 14 days into my cut. You can already see I'm losing a little bit of the fat around my stomach. And so day 240, 1 month into my cut, and you know, I'm looking decently lean here. Like, no, I wouldn't say I'm looking decently lean, but you know, I'm looking quite a bit leaner than I did before. And once again, same training program. I didn't change it up because, well, it's training, man. I don't believe in that whole, and I think it's kind of bullshit, the whole, you know, toning thing, like high reps, low weight for dieting. Just, you're trying to build muscle still. You can build muscle in a deficit. So, and I'll get into that on another video, although there's loads of great videos on why you can do it and why it's possible. But I'm a strong believer, and I've done it myself, you can build muscle in a deficit. And so this is just 1 month into my cut, day 240. And so let's just move on. So day 270, This is 2 months into my cut. I stopped taking pictures every 14 days, and I mean, you can see I'm quite a bit bigger, or I mean, I don't know, I think I'd say I look a little bit bigger. Yeah, I'm still in a deficit, or most likely, because I was just eating vegetables, and really, how much can you eat of vegetables when I was going from like McDonald's and KFC before on my dirty bulk? Like, not a lot. So, yeah, even here you can see that I'm probably putting muscle on in a deficit, and so it is possible, and I'm a strong believer in that. So now we go to day 300, 3 months into my cut. That's probably the leanest I've ever been before now, and I'd say that I look pretty damn decent. I was happy with my body, although I didn't have abs or a six-pack coming in. I was still about probably, I'd say 16% body fat, and after that I just, well, I don't know, man, my gymming kind of just took a dip. So here we go, next picture, day 330. I even labeled it here, inconsistent with the gym, plus diet terrible, lots of fat gain back, bulk, question mark, question mark. Like, I don't even know what I'm doing myself, so it's just, like, I hadn't been monitoring my diet. I probably ate a lot of fast food, and yeah, it wasn't great. But then again, if you look at it, I do have a decent amount of muscle, so I can't really complain. And that's day 330. It hasn't even been a year yet. So the next one, I just kind of yeah, alright, so the next one, I kind of labeled it yeah, and I took that. I don't even know when I took that, but you can see that I'm taking all the other ones with a phone, and this one I changed to a camera because I went on vacation, and well, there's a whole story about that, but my phone ended up breaking, and so that's where that ends. And then this is probably the bit you guys want to hear, because there's a huge jump in my transformation where I just go from like the last one where I say yeah to what I'd call decently shredded, or you know, a fairly low body fat, lower than I was before. So that's what I'm going to be talking about. So yeah, my phone broke and I stopped taking transformation pictures, and I continued. This happened for about 6 months, I'd say. So 6 months without any sort of photos or updates or anything, because I didn't have a phone. I had a camera, but like it was a huge hassle, like taking a SIM out, transferring it to my phone, and I just was not on my game of taking pictures. And I actually ended up getting injured, and I had to take 2 months off of the gym, and so that wasn't a great experience. But I have learned, and I've since changed up my training and how I go about things, and that'll probably be a later video that I do, that I talk about how to avoid injuries, what I did wrong to get my injuries, and what you guys should do as beginners so that you don't get injured. Because I was benching like 100 kilos for 6 reps, and well, while I thought I had good form, I probably didn't, and I probably should have lowered the weight and used better form and just trained a different way, alright? So my training wasn't great. But nonetheless, after this 2 months, and I gained a lot of fat in this 2 months, and it just wasn't a great 2 months for me. Like, I was depressed, I couldn't go to the gym. I kind of just found happiness through food. It wasn't, you guys didn't want to see me in that state. But anyways, I finally healed up. Actually, well, I didn't really heal up. I'm still not fully healed, but you know, I still go to the gym, I still push myself, within my limits and what I feel I can do, because I don't want to push myself too hard and get injured again. But yeah, I do still go to the gym and do my training as I should. And after that 2 months and putting on all that fat, I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna like go on a complete cut. Like, I've lost a lot of muscle, what do I have to lose? So I decided to go on a cut for another 2 months, and I was eating 1,500 calories per day, which is nothing, but it shredded the fat off of me. And surprisingly, during this like 2 month period of not working out whatsoever, I lost very little muscle mass. Like, I was surprised. I thought I'd be back to the beginning, but I ended up maintaining most of it, which I'm very grateful for. And even through my 1,500 calories, I kept the protein up, so my protein intake was very high, and I watched my nutrition. I started counting calories, as I've said, 1,500 calories, and so everything was just better. And in the 2 months off, I did have a lot of spare time because I wasn't going to the gym as often, and so I used that time to kind of research and get my knowledge about, you know, counting calories, how I should go about it, how I should do it. And I really just put it to the test, and 2 months, 1,500 calories, that really shredded down a lot of body fat. And surprisingly, I was still putting on like a decent amount of muscle, or I think I was. And then after the 2 months, because this is 2 months later, because I ended the photos at about a year, and so there's a 6 month gap between the latest photo and then the end of my transformation, which isn't very good, which is why I'm here to describe what it is that I did during that 6 months. So yeah, I went on a major diet. I just trained like I had a whole new methodology to my training, and overall I just dieted the heck out of it. And then the recent 2 months of continued dieting, I've been I slowly up my calorie intake. Like every week I'd add 200 calories. I'm not sure if that's good or if that's bad, but you know, that's just how I did it personally. I should probably look into it some more before giving advice. Don't listen to this, guys. This is just what I did, and I guess it kind of worked out. And after that, I kind of just went into recomp mode. Like, I reached my maintenance calories, and I just kind of stuck there, and so I was losing fat and gaining muscle at the same time. And that's what I did for the remaining 2 months of my video, and now I'm here, or remaining 2 months of my training, and now I'm here. And that's basically what happened between the gap and, well, the end of my transformation. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. You probably didn't learn anything because it's mostly just me talking gibberish, and well, I wish I could do a more informative video. I probably will. I have a plan to sort of, because my knowledge on the gym still isn't that great, and I'm a little bit camera shy, so just sitting here in front of the camera just trying to talk, you know that thing, like you get a lot of brain farts and you just can't get it out of your, like when you're sitting alone and you try to rehearse it, you can be like, you know what, and I can do this, and you can just say it all at once. But once you're in front of the camera, it's just a completely different thing. So I guess if I plan to continue this YouTube thing, I'll have to get used to that. So hopefully in future videos, I'm a little bit better at that. But for now, you guys are just gonna have to stick with it. And so, as I was saying before, I'm thinking of starting a new YouTube series. Even though my knowledge isn't the best, I feel like it's probably better than some of you guys who have never stepped into the gym before. And honestly, the basis of this channel is just because I love the gym so much. It's done so much for me. It's honestly changed my life. Like, it is my motivation just for everything. Just the way you can see your body transform and the feeling you get from going to the gym and everything about it. Like, it's amazing. So if I can convince even one person out of this channel to start going to the gym, I consider this channel a success. So I'll probably start a new series of videos, which will be me just talking about the basics of the gym and how to approach the gym and how to try to not get injured as a beginner. And I'll probably call it like the gym for dummies or something, because I'm pretty dumb and I'll be making videos. And so it's gonna be very basic stuff and easy to digest, but hopefully it helps some of you get into the gym and actually start to know what you're doing so you don't start off incorrectly. But you know, we'll see. We'll just see where the channel goes. It's still very fresh, not many views, but if you guys like to see that, then just please comment. You can be my first commenter. And that's all I'm gonna ask you to do. I'm not gonna ask for likes or subs. You guys can do that if you want, but like, not necessary. Just, you know, I'm on YouTube, I'm putting my content out. This is mostly for my enjoyment and just to give me something to do. So thank you for watching if you are watching, and I do hope you enjoyed. So see you guys in the next video if there is one, which hopefully there will be, because I am very passionate about YouTube as well, and I enjoy making these videos. So hopefully you guys enjoy watching them. So that is all for now. Peace out.